Sanderson's son. I'll be showing the banjo and the bass and the intricacies that are part of that instrument.
Hello, my name is Miguel Martinez. I'm from Eastern New Mexico University. I'll be showing you guys some music equipment. Those two big tubas, that's all I'll be showing you guys today.
My name is Bryce West. I'm also from Eastern New Mexico University, and I'm just going to be showing various instruments and percussion. All over there.
Hello, my name is Karen Martinez. I'm also from Eastern New Mexico University. Today I'll be showing you the euphonium.
Hi, I'm Edward Mejia. I'm also from Eastern New Mexico University, and I'm going to be showing y'all the trombone.
Hi, I'm Isaac. I'm from Eastern New Mexico University. I'm going to be showing you the French horn.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm from Farwell High School, and I'm going to be showing you the trumpet. Okay, this is the trumpet. It's like super high compared to all of them. Well, not really. It's one of the highest brass instruments. And I don't know, I've been playing it since 6th grade, so I'm not super good at it, but I'm pretty good, I guess. And I don't know, I can play a little song. It's called Farwell School Song. It's just our school song we play at football games. It's really okay.
Yay!
I think that's really all for me. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you want to then go and let somebody else, I guess?
Hi, everybody. So, like I said, this is called the French horn. You might be asking yourself, why is this called the French horn? And the truth is, I don't know. Nobody really knows why it's called the French horn. It's actually German. It's a German horn, but everybody calls it the French horn. But there's a lot of speculation. You also may be wondering why I have my hand in the bell. I do know the answer to that, and it's called tradition. The first horns didn't have this inner gut stuff, okay? It looked more like a bugle, but as a circle, okay? Which meant that you'd have these notes. Okay, so they invented this thing. You had your hand in the bell to make the notes go down a half step. I'll show you. Sounds kind of funny, huh? But it's okay. Whenever I play it fast, you'll never know. Okay, I'll show you though. I'll play a scale with the buttons. I'll play a scale with the buttons, and now I'll play it using my hand. Okay? Okay? Or something like that. Okay. And now I'm going to play.
Oh, yeah.
I have a piece of music I'm going to play for you. It's one of my favorite horn pieces out there. It's called Horn Concerto 1 by Richard Strauss.
Right here is good.
That'll work. How am I doing on time? Okay. I also forgot there's a really cool thing that the French horn does, and it's called a horn riff. I was supposed to show you and I forgot. So basically you start on a note and you just shoot up to the next note. I'll show you. Or something like that. But anyway, that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Hello, this is a trombone. Has anybody ever seen this instrument before? Okay, so this instrument is probably one of the longest instruments that you could probably play. It extends out to change the pitch of the note. So it can get pretty long. Whoops. And the slide can come off. So this is called a trombone, and specifically an F attachment trombone. As you can see here, we have a trigger which allows me to play notes that would typically be out here more in the inside. This is a mouthpiece. This is what you use to buzz into the instrument, and it allows you to create a sound. Over here we have our tuning slides. This allows the instrument to change, to be in tune, so you can fit it better with an ensemble. Some cool things about the trombone is we have something called a gliss, which I'm pretty sure the trombone's the only instrument that can do it correctly. So this is what a gliss sounds like. And then the range for the trombone is actually pretty big. We can go from really low notes to pretty high notes. Notes that tuba players can play up to trumpet and French horn. Yeah. So I'm gonna play for y'all just some improvisation. This is something that is typically done in jazz music. Does anybody know what jazz music is? So jazz music is really just music that comes from the heart. It's just whatever you think of, how you play it, and so I would play a little bit of that for y'all. how loud the trombone can get. So you can play really soft and pretty loud. So as soft as I can play. And the loudest. Yeah, that's all I have.
Yay.
Hello, everybody. This is the euphonium. Does anyone know what it is by chance? I see one hand. Do you know what it is? What is it? It's alright, I'm going to tell you anyway. Most people know it as a baby tuba, right? It kind of looks like those guys right here, right? Oh, I just realized I'm standing in front of it. Right there. Well, it kind of is. We're more of a newer instrument. We were actually made in the 1840s, right? So all of these have been here a long, long time, but we're brand new. We're very similar to a cello. Does anyone know what a cello is? No? Well, I don't have one to show you, but it's an instrument that stands this way. You play it like that with a bow, kind of like a violin. It's bigger and darker, right? I pretty much sound exactly like a trombone, but a lot more melodic or pretty sounding. The way my sound and the tuba sound moves is like, we don't move like the trumpet sound, right? Or a horn. The horn and trumpet more move like this or like that. But with euphonium and tuba, we're conical. That means our sound moves this way. So we sound a lot more open, right? And another special thing about my instrument is I have a little extra valve here, right? So I got 3 on top and then 1 on the side. This valve allows me, like the trigger on the trombone, to go lower in pitch. And it just extends my horn a little bit more. So if I were to unravel this entire horn, take it all apart, it would stretch from there all the way down there, more toward the end of the horn. Not that long, not as long as the horn. But we can play as low as the trombone and the tuba, and about as high as the trumpet and the horn. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. And our mouthpiece is also almost the exact mouthpiece of the trombone mouthpiece. Just depends on which one you get. Now, I'm going to play a little bit of one of my solos that I have, which is actually made for trombone. But I'm going to play it. Show off a little bit. You just do it freely without any.
Hi guys. Today I'm going to be showing off a lot of different instruments for percussion. These are also known as toys. And I'm going to be kind of going down the line of these, starting with the woodblock. Okay, so these are known as woodblocks. They're just kind of, well, they're known that because they're made of wood. And each of them have a different pitch. And this could be a lot closer to something of a melody, like my previous people up here. And I don't have anything really fancy to show, so I'm just gonna play a song I really hope you guys know. So you just do small stuff like that, and these are drumsticks that you played this on, and you can kind of do stuff called rolls on there, which is just kind of like that, where you just pump your arm very loose in the hand, and multiple hits come out. So that's kind of the wood block. Now we have this thing. Does anyone know what this is? Okay. This is known as the Viper Slap. It's known as that because that's all you do. You just hit it against your hand, it makes that really weird rattling noise due to little pieces of metal in this. And the ball, I don't know why the ball's here, honestly. But you can also hit it against your knee for a lot louder of a noise. This is really just used for effect. I don't know any song that proudly features the Viper Slap. But on the opposite end of that is the cowbell. Does anyone know what the cowbell is? Yeah. So this is just kind of a traditional like timekeeper. It just kind of goes like that. But like every other instrument, some dynamics could be made from it. Where you could go, or just have different rhythms with it, based off of the speed of your hand. Next, these little guys. These are cymbals, but a very special type of cymbal called finger cymbals, since you just hold it like this. And these can be played a decent amount of ways. Most common is just kind of like that. You just kind of tap it together. But if you want a louder sound, kind of hold them more like normal cymbals. Just kind of hit them together, like the monkeys with cymbals. And next, this guy. This is the tambourine. Has anyone seen or heard of the tambourine before? Yeah. So a lot of stuff can be done with the tambourine. You could just hit it normally. You gotta get the ringing from here, kind of the bass sound from here, or you could do rolls on it. Which there's a roll called the shake roll, which is very just you just shake the instrument, which can either be initiated by a hit or initiated by a hit and then stopped with a hit, like that. And I do actually have something from I believe a symphony that has a very in-depth tambourine part that requires the leg flipping the instrument upside down. It sounds like this. The percussion toys for now.
Martinez. I'm a tuba player from Eastern New Mexico. Now these are two different tubas. This one's the small one, right? And this one is a very big one. So first things first, I'll show you the mouthpiece we use. And you see the other brass instruments have small mouthpieces, but mine is very big. For a big horn, right? So see, it kind of looks like a bell. Demonstrate the buzz that we use. We go like this. Right? This is called a C tuba. And the key is in C. And it's a very big tuba, right? Now, a tuba usually sounds like this. Right? But another thing about the tuba is a lot of people don't know is that we can play very melodically. Right? Now here's another thing. It's a very, very big secret. In the music world, a lot of people don't know this, but we can sing and play at the same time. At two notes at the same time. There's the first note. I'm going to play two notes now. Now the lowest note I can play is this. My highest note. Now this tuba is usually used in a big band, right? A big band with a lot of details. Now this tuba though is usually used for the players that play by themselves. And this tuba, you can be a lot more versatile, meaning that you can play probably literally anything. Most people think that tuba can only play the bum, 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 bum. I'm here to demonstrate that you can be a lot more. Here's something very different from everyone else playing. Sorry.
So, I am playing something completely different from everyone else. They're all playing brass instruments, or instruments where you have to breathe. Does anyone know what this is? Someone just speak up.
I know what it is. What is it? Just say it. Shout it out.
Yeah. This is a string instrument. Remember, Kara talked about that big, what the euphonium sounds like, the cello? That's also a string instrument. They're a lot older than everything up here. This instrument is technically even older than euphonium, French horn, because it's not, its grandfather, if you will, is an old African instrument, which is like this, a drum with strings. Meant to sound just kind of like that still. like a guitar, but this is just a little different. Because with the guitar, you can play it like this, with your thumb, your fingers. But it's very soft. The unique thing about the banjo is that you can play like this to give yourself a little more volume. And that's even used in other songs, like, oh, I don't remember the name, but you can use your left hand instead of just playing just these shapes up here that kind of look uncomfortable, and they are. You can use it to be more expressive and make other forms of music. But there's another neat thing about the banjo. It uses finger picks. Or since about the 1920s-ish, people have been playing with their fingers. Not like with that claw hammer, but with metal, essentially just nails. It gives it that bright twang, if you will. You can play the same song I just played, but with less notes. You can also get other. You don't have to play down here all the time. There's another song that plays up here. But this isn't the only string instrument I brought. I also have. Does anyone know what this is? Well, you're right. It's a relative of the guitar. It's a bassy guitar. Like how we have. If this is like a trumpet over there, but for strings, this is like the tuba. It is electric too. It needs electricity to make itself louder. Because if you can tell, this is a quiet instrument, but there's space in it to make it sound bigger. This is just a chunk of wood with strings. So you need the electricity, or the amplifier, to play. Like how they show, they have high notes. They can get higher and higher. I can only go up to here. That's my highest note. I lied. About there. But that's with something different. My lowest note, also, I'm stuck here. I can't get much lower than that. Unless I start messing with these things, which I don't like to do. Like with the tuba as well, we're also mostly known for playing simple, just but we also can play some melodic lines. It can be smoother, quieter, kind of. We can also play chords, like with the banjo. Chord is just a bunch of notes. You can do stuff like this. Something else that's strictly unique to this, they have it too, but ours is a visual representation. This is all just strings, right? You can go, but you can cut the string in half, and you get the next note above it. It's a little bit higher. You can cut that again in half. Get higher until you can only, for these, cut them in half so many times before it gets too muddy and gross. Thank you. Do you have enough time for questions?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Alex, come here. Yeah.
And hey, Simon, after you do the one questions, are you gonna play the final?
Yes, after questions.
Okay. Do y'all guys have any questions? None at all? You don't want to ask anything?
Kind of. It's close. They're both very small. This is a small string instrument compared to this. It's not very loud on purpose. You're right. Which one?
The bass? That one.
Which one?
Tuba sounds weird.
Yes.
Stand up and talk up. What? The bass? You have the bass?
It is. Can I see drumstick? Oh yeah, sure. It is a drum.
How can these students learn how to play like you?
Years. I've been only playing banjo for 2 years. Been playing bass on and off for about 4. He's been playing tuba for 12 years.
Wow.
And he's really good. Right?
I've been playing percussion for 10 years. So, yeah.
I've been playing euphonium for about 8.5 years.
I've been playing trombone for 8 years.
I've been playing French horn for 8 years.
I've been playing trumpet for 5 years. So lots of practice. Yes. There.
Anybody else?
Any other questions?
Anything.
Anything at all.
Because there's a lot of stuff about these instruments that just no one knows about.
There's 2.
Sylvie, stand up and ask your question.
Yeah, we have. Anybody else?
Stand up and ask.
Your stuff?
Instruments are very, very loud.
You do?
Oh,
Yes.
Why does it have all the little shoes that go to that?
Oh, are you talking about me?
Yes.
That's a long story. So, remember how Sarah was telling you how the pipes were laid out to be really, really long? So the longer the pipe means the lower the note's going to be. So you push a button to make the pipe longer. And so that way why the note will come out lower.
Close. Pretty close to all.
And then for a movie,
Not yet. Not yet.
So, I think mine. And this was made in like 2020, but the actual age of this instrument is around 200 years old. It's about, this version is almost around as old as the euphonium. This is not very old. The older version, that's from around 15, 16 something in Africa. You know,
Mine's about 200 years old. But this one in particular is like 4 years old, probably.
Mine has a very wide variety. The wood blocks, or this type of wood block.
Hold on. We're answering questions. We will. We've got it planned.
Real quick, the wood blocks, as they are now, probably about 500 years old, but something like that has been used for thousands of years.
Mine's also about the same age as the tuba, if not a little bit older. But this model was actually made in the 1950s in England.
The trombone is really old. I couldn't tell you how old. I believe the trombone was made in like the 1700s. Yeah, and it used to be called a sax, but it was longer than what this is, and you would use a stick to control the slide. But now it looks like this. It's more convenient.
well, I really don't know how old this model of French horn is, but the French horn can go back like the 1600s, I'd say, or maybe farther back.
I don't know when mine is. I have no clue.
I think that model of trumpet's only around 200 years old. The trumpet, however, is far older.
Oh!
That was a real question. There we go. That is a legit question.
And that altogether was $400.
So my horn, this big horn, and that horn combined is $30,000.
For all of my stuff, including the thing that's holding up the wood blocks, probably goes to around 1,500.
I think the model that I currently own is worth about $6,000, but my dream horn is worth about $12,000.
This one I ended up buying 2 years ago, and it was $2,500.
The French horn is arguably probably one of the most expensive instruments. This one's only particularly about $2,000.
I think the trumpet's pretty cheap compared to theirs. This is only like $400.
Yeah.
Probably about $60,000.
60,000.
60,000.
Yeah.
This is
It's about 40 pounds.
Oh, whatever.
Mine's about 15 pounds.
This is about 10 pounds.
Same. Not 10 pounds.
I don't know how heavy this is. It's not heavy. It's
These
not very
percussion
heavy.
instruments are not heavy, but other percussion instruments can be about from like 5 pounds to 30 pounds.
You have a question? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all play at our own speed. I've never played at the military stadium. It's really nice, and I'm jealous. but I've only played at the Marvel one in Eastern New Mexico. Same with them, they have zero high school.
Oh, it's a case. It's just a case for the trumpet. It just holds the trumpet. It's pretty cool.
Everything with music is really expensive. That's because there's not a lot of people who know how to make these things. This is cheap, but there's only specific companies that know how to make a banjo correctly. There's only very specific companies that know how to make a tuba correctly. It's the same thing down the line. There's so much that goes into making a single instrument that there's a reason for them being expensive. Also the materials. This is nickel-plated brass.
But there's also kind of the opposite end. A lot of percussion stuff can be just stuff from everyday life. Like a trash can. Trash cans can be percussion instruments. Two pencils. Even like a cone is actually a very common percussion equipment.
Together, around $60,000.
Yeah.
That's like a new car.
Sometimes.
Sorta.
It's easier. If you wanted to get fancier metals and fancier colors on it, it's gonna cost a lot more. A lot more than 10,000.
Kind of. Yeah. A little bit.
Yes. The pipe organ, which is usually an instrument found in churches, that's the size of the church. They're huge. They're meant to be loud and invoke the right feeling, a massive sound out of not the instrument, but the building. Oh, Purdue.
They're kind of like on that question also. There's a college in Purdue that has a bass drum about the size of just like a truck that they take everywhere. Maybe somehow got his title.
When did we start playing?
About 12. I started on that actually, on the trombone, and then I moved to euphonium. I thought this was fun.
I started.
So like the 6th grade, maybe 6 close to it. All right. I've had this one for 2 years, about.
I've had this one for about 3 years. I got it my senior year of high school.
Okay, voices off. They have one more thing to show us.
Yeah. Because that's a trap. There's one last thing that the brass need to show you. Whenever you're playing, you usually have like a lot of, you're breathing into just this big tube. So breathing hot air into this cold piece of metal, it's going to condensate, and there's going to be water that just forms. So, like the soda can in the hot weather, that happens to all of these except for convenience price. So they added this little lever at the end of most of their pipes that allows them to let out their spit, their water. It's gross. But it's what helps keep the instrument clean and allows us to play better. It allows us to play cleaner without ruining the music.
Last one.